One more chest leg. Jarvis, try it, please. Jarvis, come in. Jarvis. Hey, chest leg. Jarvis, you want to talk about the rules? Jarvis. This way. Jarvis, this is mine. Jarvis, can you just look round me? Down your please, Jarvis. Jarvis, down your please. And again. You could do that again. Everybody sit down, come back. Sit down. Let's have a word. Is that my call, right? Let's have a cigarette. Right, Jarvis, you can hold you. Yeah. No, yeah. Who's at the moment? Who's calling? Going to the wall. Tom. Cheers. Joe. Alright, folks. That's quite a lot bigger. Jarvis Cocker. Can I just open on Jarvis? Can you get that? Some of you would already have heard outside the police station that Jarvis has, having fully cooperated with the police, who I have to say have treated him very courteously, have decided, having considered all the allegations, there is no evidence whatsoever to justify criminal proceedings against him. He's obviously relieved. It's a pity that it's taken so long for this decision to be arrived at, but it has been arrived at, undeniably. Jarvis.
What are your feelings towards Mr. Michael Jackson today?
As I've always said throughout this thing, I haven't got personal vendetta against Michael Jackson. I think, it can dance. I mean, anybody who invents moonwalk is all right by me. But it was just that one particular performance that I thought was in bad taste, and that's why I did what I did. Asking the feelings towards him now, I just think he ought to. It would be good for him to get a bit of reality out of his life.
What was it?
What that's going to happen, I don't know.
What was it specifically that made you want to get up and join in?
Mainly, I thought it was in bad taste, given allegations had been brought towards him in the last year or whatever, having kids on stage. But the main thing was really that this kind of Messiah thing, of this kind of idea that somehow by people touching the hem of his garment they would be miraculously cured of all their ills, which I don't think is really very true. I mean, I'm not a deeply religious person, but I still think anybody setting themselves up as some kind of Christ figure, it's a bit dodgy,
So would you do it again?
Probably not, given what's happened since.
Jarvis, what's your reaction to the fact that you're not being charged?
Well, I'm just happy because the thing, it's not very nice to have allegations of, that you would go and assault children, go and punch children or whatever. I know that not everybody believes what they read in newspapers, but some people do, and it's not very nice to think that as you're going about your daily business, people think you're the kind of person who jump on a stage and hit children, and so I'm glad that I've been cleared of those allegations.
What did the police have to say to you?
What did the police have to say?
I think it's appropriate really to go into the details of the interview. There was a very short interview, and the police, in arriving at the decision, were also assisted by the video evidence, which spoke for itself.
There was talk of civil remedies in the statement. You mentioned that there might be civil remedies. Are you talking about taking action against someone because of the treatment?
No, that's just something that we're considering. I don't know what will happen. It's just basically because basically I was accused of assaulting children, and I'm considering whether I should take that any further. Because, like I say, I don't like the fact that that has been reported quite widely.
How upset were you by these allegations?
Sorry?
How upset were you by these allegations?
I was very upset. I mean, I think anybody would be. I suppose there are some worse things, but one of the worst things you can be accused of is it doesn't really. It's not exactly something you put on your CV, is it?
A lot of people say you were a hero for what you've done. What do you say to that?
No, I'm not a hero. I mean, it was just a thing. It really was something that was done on the spur of the moment, and there was nothing heroic about it. I just felt that I had to kind of make some kind of a statement about it, you know.
Do you now regret, mate?
I don't regret. I regret what's happened since, because it came right the day before we went out on the tour, and it was a bit distracting in that respect. But I still think, I think that was one of the turning points in the whole thing. That when people actually saw the stage show the day after when it was on the TV, I think a lot of people who had obviously the first thing they seen was the newspaper report. Then they saw the actual thing, and I think quite a lot of the people were kind of repelled by it as well.
Jarvis, what do you think about what Michael Jackson said? You know, this statement he said he was shocked, sad and upset between. How did that make you feel when you heard that?
Can I just say it's not clear whether he made that statement or his record company, if you're referring to the statement that was made the following day, and that statement is the subject of mature consideration as to civil remedies.
Do you admire Jackson as an artist?
The record company, as I understand it, made that statement.
To answer your question, I think he's done some good songs.
Are you pleased by the support you've been getting from the music industry?
Yeah, that was one of the best things about this whole thing, and I'd like to thank everybody who did support me, because, as I say, at first the tide of public opinion seemed to be against me, due to a lot of people within the music industry and outside it as well, because they made their feelings known. That helped a lot, especially because, you know, it's not very good to feel in that kind of situation. It's not very nice if you feel totally isolated and that the whole world's against you.
How about the fans' reaction then, Jarvis? What's a good reaction from them?
Yes, the fans who came to see us on the tour, they weren't throwing things at me or anything like that, so that was alright.
What about the stuff that was being thrown around outside the police station today by the Michael Jackson fans?
Well, as my friend said, you could have made a good young smudding out of all that. Flowers at the flower eggs and you'd be a good use of that.
Did you get any apologies from the police station or from the other, from all these accusations that you...
Well, it's not really for the police to apologise, because they were only acting on the statements that were given by the children. They were doing the job, really.
But you were like hours in the interview, were you?
Not today. I mean, on the actual day of the thing, I had to stay in the cells for, I don't know how long it was, about 3 hours or something. It was quite comfortable.
Do you think the publicity you've got from this, especially in America, will help you at all?
Sorry?
Do you think the publicity you've got from all this, especially in America, will help at all?
I don't know. I mean, that certainly wasn't the reason I did it. I don't know. If people just want to know about you because they think, oh, it's that person who, it's that group with that singer who jumped on stage with Michael Jackson, that's not really a particularly great thing to be famous for. I'd rather them be into our music rather than things like that, you know.
Talking about the music, will this inspire you? I mean, you know, it's the sort of thing that...
Oh, you mean I'm not going to do a duet with Michael Jackson?
No, I mean, you know, does it spark things off to, you know, for ideas of future songs?
I don't know. Could be.
Did you really expect this sort of response when you sort of got out of bed the next day after the Brit? Were you a bit blown away by it?
It was strange. It's strange when you do something, as I say, that you do something on the spur of the moment, then you have to kind of live with it for the rest of your life. You know, people won't forget about it. It was just a strange thing. I woke up the next morning and at first everything seemed normal, then suddenly I thought, oh yeah, I did that last night. And it seemed a bit strange, you know.
What would you say, Jarvis, to the Michael Jackson fans, some of whom we saw there, who see you as a kind of a hate figure now?
Grow up.
Jarvis, were children injured on the night, and if so, how were they injured?
I don't think any children were injured.
If any children were injured, it was not as a consequence of his action.
They gave statements to the police saying they'd been injured.
Yeah, I know, that's why I've been down to the police station.
But you didn't see any of that?
No, I didn't.
Jarvis, do you see, you've talked about the support you got from the music industry. At the end of the day, do you see your victory as a victory for the common people?
It sounds like a song title. I don't know. I hope it's a victory of common sense. I must say that I'm glad that the whole thing happened in this country rather than America. I think maybe it would have turned out different with that. I don't know.
Mr. Cocker, what is your message for Michael Jackson?
I haven't really got a message for him. I think. I don't know Michael Jackson. All I know is the same as anybody else knows. Things that you read in the papers, things you hear. I wish him well, you know. I hope he sorts the problems out.
Would you like to meet him?
I think that's quite unlikely. That we'll ever get to him. I'd like him to give us a dancing lesson. That'd be nice.
So what's the future now?
The future? I'm not mystic, mate. I can't tell you the lottery number. I don't know. I'm going to hopefully get on with fixing my car.
Are you concerned that people might, the same as you took liberties with Michael Jackson performance, people will be more encouraged to jump on your own stage performance?
They can have a go if they want.
How did you manage to sort of get back up on stage and do the tour after something like that happening to you?
I was glad that we had a tour, to be honest, because if I'd have been at home just thinking about it, maybe it would have done me in more, but the fact that you were going out and playing to, a few thousand people each night, that was more important in my mind, to give them a good show rather than sit at home worrying about it.
Do you know what to get first time? No, it's straightforward.
Hello, Channel 1. The future holds many riches which I can only dream.
And a message from Michael Jackson?